Large economic projects are increasingly facing opposition from environmental and Aboriginal groups. How would you improve the process so that Canada is a leader in environmentally sustainable investment?
Well, we are the party that I believe supports the pipeline project the most. We believe that it is in the best interest of all Canadians for our economic future prosperity. Living in Newfoundland, I know that you don't have to be touched by the pipeline in order to appreciate its value to your community. So the People's Party of Canada is dedicated to doing that, and that might require using 9210 to impose it. First, what we would like to do is, of course, have communications with absolutely everybody, including and especially the Indigenous peoples. But at the end of the day, if the People's Party was elected, we would ensure that a pipeline was built, and we would ensure that Canadians were put to work making good money. Thank you.
Well, we too will ensure that a pipeline is built. We want a west to east corridor of our economic or sustainable energy. This not only brings good jobs to the area, but it ensures that those energies are not being transported on other means like a train or down the highway in a big truck. Those are huge gas guzzling vehicles. A pipeline is the safest, most economical, and the greenest way to transport our fuel.
Well, the NDP recognizes that we are in a climate crisis and that we need to transform our economy away from fossil fuels and towards more sustainable energy, but also at the same time innovating in the area of green technology. And so while we wring our hands over the impact that these environmentally sustainable economic projects may have, they in fact present an incredible opportunity for us to remake our economy towards a green economy. And that includes investments that will support industry as they transition into a green technology. That means supporting workers as they transition away from, say, fossil fuel jobs into green jobs. We are committed to dedicating billions of dollars to help transform our economy towards a green economy, and that will include very rigid environmental impact assessments that will include anyone impacted by that, including our Indigenous people.
Sure. Large economic projects are increasingly facing opposition from environmental and Aboriginal groups. How would you improve the process so that Canada is a leader in environmentally sustainable investment?
Just before I want to address that, I sold our party short a little bit on small businesses. We actually reduced the tax rate for small businesses from 11% down to 9%. So I know I'm skipping over Greg a little bit, but in relation to national infrastructure projects, we recognize that environment and economy, they need to go together. And the current process, we know that we need social license from communities and from groups. We need to have our decisions based on science. And we've been working over the last 4 years to find that balance between making sure that we support projects that support the economy, but we also know that there's increased pressure right now, and increased, rightfully so, that we need to do more on environment and climate. And we've been working to support both principles moving forward.
So the question was about environmentally sustainable investment. I think there are enormous opportunities as we operate in now a changing climate, that we also need to change our attitude towards economic development. We need to redirect towards regional development. The changes that we are going to need going forward are going to bring jobs to our local economy. We're looking at infrastructure, first of all, to make sure that we have safe and adequate climate-resistant infrastructure. And then we also need to do all the work of retrofitting buildings, developing renewables. Why aren't we making the solar panels here? We can have people installing, repairing. There is a lot of job opportunity there, both in the skilled and unskilled sector, and those are very exciting possibilities for Nova Scotia particularly, that has been losing its workforce to people going out west. They could be working right here and reinvesting and revitalizing our communities.